970 WFLA, Andrew Duncan, the Duncan Dale team, Mike Yates at Atlantic Bay Mortgage. We talked in the first segment about the awards that our teams won, the ranking, number 6 in the U.S. for REMAX for the second year in a row. We've been in the top 10 forever, number 1 in Florida. Just lots of accomplishments that we're really proud of with our team, so we want to share that success and those awards with you. Our client appreciation party, March 10th from 1 to 4. Go to duncanduo.org to RSVP. Only one person per family needs to RSVP, and then your whole family can check in under that person. If you have an abnormally high number of people, please do message us so that we can be prepared for that. But if you've got a normal-sized family, and I say normal, I mean, quite honestly, if you have 8 or 9 people, you're fine. More than that, just send us a message so that we know how many people are coming. Again, you can RSVP at duncanduo.org. That is not our main website. DuncanDuo.org takes you directly to the Facebook page where you can RSVP for our event. That'll be held again on March 10th from 1 to 4 p.m. Ice skating, lightning giveaways, lightning tickets, fun games, food, and so much more. So Sarasota and Manatee stats, they scare me a little bit. January of 2019, 839 home sales, the lowest number of home sales in the last 5 years, more than 5 years. That's just how long the report goes back. So a big drop in the number of home sales. Last January, it was 1,071. Oh, wow. So about a 20% drop. December was 1,257 in 17, 1,092 in 18. So again, also a drop in the number of home sales. November saw a rise, October saw a rise. Just about every month prior to the last couple of months, you saw a rise in the number of monthly home sales. So again, shifting, like we've talked about. There are some people that fear the Sarasota Manatee market may be at more risk for a more abrupt shift than Tampa. Tampa, we're more stabilizing. The average sale price is more flattening out than it is decreasing. The number of home sales dropped, but some people attest that that was the government shutdown. That was a whole lot of factors, and they expect spring will be even better. A little more fear in Sarasota, and here's why. Average sale price, December of 17, $397,000. December of 18, $365,000. That's a 9% drop, 8 to 9% drop in the average sale price. January of 18 to January of 19, $407,000 to $387,000, about a 6% drop in the number of in the average sale price. So Tampa's seeing stabilization in that average sale price. Sarasota's seeing a drop off. They're seeing a drop. They're seeing depreciation.
Right.
Now again. Just like anything, just like any other financial market, it doesn't really matter unless you're selling.
Right.
Stocks go up and down every day. Real estate doesn't move as fast as the stock market. It's very slow moving. So when you see these trends, it could counteract, and spring could be incredible, or we could continue down this path where we see fewer home sales. And so it should be concerning for Sarasota home sellers. They should price their homes very aggressively. The prices are not going up. You can't overprice your home and expect the market to fix your problem. That's not going to happen. You have to price your home very aggressively. And buyers, guess what? The market's starting to tilt in your favor. If you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for a buyer's market, it's showing up.
The time is now, it sounds like.
8.9 months of inventory.
It's crazy.
Basically, if no other homes are listed, it would take 8.9 months to sell off all of the inventory based on the current supply and demand in the market, or current demand in the market. The contrary, Tampa's 4.7 months of inventory, so almost double the inventory in Sarasota and Bradenton. So it's a much market that's much more geared towards a buyer's market now. It's trending in that direction, and it's moving a little bit more aggressively in that direction. A greater increase in inventory, a greater drop-off in the price, and a greater drop-off in average sale prices. So Sarasota Manatee, there's a lot of people concerned. A lot of things will depend on a lot of things that happen in the market the next few months are really going to matter to the long-term viability of that market. Are we going to be in a buyer's market, or was it just a rough month or rough couple months? It always, it's hovered around this, 5 and 6 months of inventory for a while, but the balloon up to 8.9 is scary.
It's a big jump in 1 month.
It'll be interesting to see what ends up happening over the next few months in that market, for people to pay attention to. So, again, inventory 8.9 months, buyer's market. 6 months and lower is the seller's market. So when you get above that, it starts to become more of a buyer's market, or a trend towards more balance. 6 months is really kind of balanced, 6, 7. But you get up to 8.9, you're looking at a buyer's market. Buyers have the upper hand, and that's why you're seeing the average sale price at around 95% there, where it hovers around 97 or 98 in Tampa. So
Right.
Sellers really need to price right, and buyers need to be jumping back in if they jumped out because of the aggressiveness of the market.
One of the things I wanted to ask about, previously you mentioned that Tampa, seem to more stabilize, and you're not really seeing any decrease in value. Do you think a lot of that has to do with McDill, for instance? Because
There's no
we have a
doubt.
lot of people coming
No
in and out
doubt,
all the time.
a lot of people coming in and out, a lot of job growth. Sarasota and Manatee is more of a second home retirement
Right.
rotation market, and Tampa is more of a consistent family market. So you've got that kind of fluctuation that happens, and there's no doubt that fears about the economy and government shut it affects the second home
absolutely.
market. More
Absolutely.
so. People have to have a place to live. They
Right.
don't have to have a second home.
Exactly.
So that definitely has an impact. So it'll be interesting to see what happens from the March stats. We're going to be back continuing the conversation here on the Duncan Duo Show. Andrew Duncan and Mike Yates back here on 970 WFLA on the other side.